Hello and welcome YouTube. Can't wait to take out for a ride.
One. Oh no. I need to focus more.
Loud pipes save lives and all that. This is dumb. I hate this intro.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of my YouTube channel. As always, if you like this video, that would be really great. Subscribe, leave a comment, share, all that really fun stuff. I know it's really cliche to start an episode like that, but honestly, it really helps. And I'm really excited because I'm finally doing the thing that I've wanted to do, which is exploring, traveling, all this fun stuff. I haven't been able to do that. I never got to really do that on my bobber. The whole reason why I got my Bonnie was do stuff like this. It took me 5 hours to get from where I am up here. I think my sat nav was going mental or something. I don't understand what was happening there, because when I selected to get here, avoiding the motorway, it said it was going to take me 3.5 hours, and it took me 5 hours on a bike. I did stop off twice, once for fuel and the second time for drink, but still I wasn't very long, so I don't know what happened there. I can't do another 5 hour. I can't do a day of riding and then a 5 hour ride home. No, I love my bike, I do, but no, I can't do that. No, I'm too old for that. I can't do it. So yeah, hopefully I'll be more refreshed in the morning. Morning YouTube, I'm feeling all refreshed, ready for my day's big ride, and the sun's come out, and I don't know if you can see, but it might get a bit too bright from there. But out there, a little shot of my room. Getting all ready to go here. Got my gold top jacket, which has the nice big compartments there. Makes my life a bit easier when trying to gain access. These are my trusty Falco boots. Looking a little bit rough, aren't they? I might have to look to get another pair because they wear out a bit too quickly for me. Gold top gloves. I think that's another gold top scarf maybe. Bedroom. All my bits of kit, charging batteries, and then lenses, multiple batteries. This is the kind of thing that we have to pack whenever we're trying to film anything like this and getting everything ready. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to pack. Then I've got to go downstairs, check out, and start my journey. I'm starting early. The sun has just risen. It is about 7 in the morning because I want to get out there early while it's still a bit quiet, get some good mileage under me. There's a lot to see at the peaks, and a good friend of mine, Jim, has actually sent me a awesome route because he was originally planning this whole trip, and because of the weather, because of storm Amy, we cancelled the trip. I couldn't cancel my room because I left it too late to cancel my room, so I thought rather than the room just go to waste, I'll come and do a solo ride, and I'll do the route that we're planning to do as a group ride. I'm going to do it solo, so I don't mind that. I don't mind that. It's alright. Looking forward to it. And yeah, well, next time you catch me, it will be my first stop. I'll find somewhere quiet, go over the bike, go over the few bits I've done, and yeah, really looking forward to it. Catch you later.
And here we are, starting off the journey of the Peak District ride, and I thought this is a great place to start the footage. As you can see, wow. I mean, I stopped off here and my jaw hit the floor. I just saw the sky was blue, noticed a bit of the wind picking up. Storm Amy was the day before, and it was forecasted to be very low wind, meant to be fine. Well, that was not the case for this ride. It hit me real hard, and I really struggled, to be honest. I did the best I could, and as you can see, it's not too bad. The actual journey at this point isn't too bad. The part that really bothered me though is I didn't realise until once I'd gotten back home and started reviewing the footage that I forgot to change the actual angle of the filming. So I had this still set up in the sort of linear, non-distorted angle that you're filming when you want to do a vlog, and I forgot to change it to action, and honestly it killed me watching this back, because I'm looking going, oh my god, look at all these stunning little like villages, absolutely gorgeous looking little villages, and they all got their cute little independent shops and everything, and I was just loving it. There was no traffic as well going along here, and I thought, wow, look at this church, and for some reason I kept thinking, this should be quite a good place to stop off and have a conversation and with myself. I can do my first little stop, and I kept thinking, no, I haven't been riding very long, I'll leave it, I'll wait a little bit longer. I've only been riding about 20 minutes at this point, and I'm thinking I'm going to keep going till I got quite a lot. There's about, I think the route was around 140 or 50 miles a round trip around the Peak District, and I'd only been riding about 20 minutes, but I was like, this seems lovely just to stop off here and give a little update how it's going. But at this point I'm very happy. I couldn't believe how stunning the view, and it just kept getting better and better as we're coming up. I'm getting higher and higher up these peaks, and you can just see so far out. But the wind, oh my goodness, the wind starts really picking up now, and I find myself struggling to actually keep the bike straight. I get to this point where I'm like, okay, two reasons. One, I want to pull over and just relax, because at this point the bike was all over the place trying to keep it stable, but also I just had to kind of like pinch myself and go, look at this amazing view. I'm in the middle of kind of nowhere. I'm not actually, if I'm really talented, I would put down and say exactly on a marker where I am in the Peak District right now, but wow, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but you can see so far around where I am. But one thing you notice, see the wind really starts kicking in, and I think it was forecast to only be 20. There's no way it was only 20. It was really strong, and it got to a point where I was only able to go about 20 miles an hour. The wind was blowing me all over the place. I've got my 360 camera here, which you can see I'm actually doing the best to keep it in the center of the road, and I'm getting blown to the right into the other lane. And I'm the whole time, you see I'm arched actually, I'm really tucked in, and I didn't realise that this is going to affect the footage on my camera, the front of my camera, because I'm pointed, my helmet is blown, it's getting pushed right against my face. Yeah, this was embarrassing. I found that I had this idea that, you know what, I'm wearing about 4 layers here. My gold top patrol jacket, as much as I love it, it is massive, absolutely massive on me. It's trying to put on a coat while the wind is blowing was not the best idea. I'll make an absolute mess of this. But yeah, my jacket, so I bought this when I was about a year ago, and this is a 48-inch chest, and I'm now down to a 44, so it was humongous and acting like a sail. So I think that was really affecting the stability on the bike, because the jacket was so big. So I packed my trusty Knox overcoat, which has, because you zip it right up, it's got no pockets or anything, they're all on the inside. I mean, it makes me look enormous, but suddenly the ride is instantly improved. I'm finding that I'm able to maintain a straight line. Whereas before, I think the wind was getting caught in maybe some of the pockets and everything like that, and I was just all over the place. It was at this point that actually I was able to relax a bit more and enjoy it. But just to get to this point, I should have covered all this ages ago, and it'd taken me twice as long to get as far as I have done right now. But I didn't care, because I'm on this road, this magnificent road, on my T120, and there's no cars around, there's no one around, and I can just see like for miles and miles, and I'm getting these odd little gorgeous stone houses, all these little farms, there's sheep in the field, there's cows in the field, the sun's coming out, the wind is still going absolutely bonkers. It's not really getting picked up as much on the camera. Looking back, I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Honestly, it felt really, really bad, but it doesn't look as bad as it actually was. But yeah, I'm in awe. I mean, this place is absolutely fantastic. All I can say is I will be back. I'm definitely coming back to the Peak District. And a spoiler alert, I don't actually make the entire journey around this amazing route. I was using the Kalimoto app, not sponsored by them, this is something I pay for, and it's a great app for bikers. If you create a route and you can share it amongst friends, and a good friend of mine, Jim Bradley, he's the one who organises a lot of our group rides, and he created a absolutely amazing route using the app, shared it to me and said, look, this is the route we're going to do all together, give it a go, basically, have fun, ride safe. And yeah, I would have loved to have done this journey again when it wasn't as windy. I was probably wearing, to be honest, I think I was just wearing really bad gear, and there's a thing, you know, there's no such thing as bad weather, but there's bad gear, isn't there? And in reality, I think my gold top jacket, as much as I love it, it's just wasn't really suitable for this kind of weather, and I need to get myself something more of an adventure style jacket. I think that would be better against the winds and the rain. I didn't get any rain during this part of the ride, but towards the end it started picking up with rain and the wind got stronger, and that's when I decided to abandon the ride. But from this point I was smiling from ear to ear. I can just see, I'm looking at this like road ahead of me, and I could see a couple of cars in the distance going up, and I thought, surely not, is the road I'm going, am I following this road that's snaking all up to the top? And sure enough, I am. And this was a lot of fun. There's actually there's an old boy riding in, I think it's like a really old Honda with and he's got a sidecar. There was no one in the sidecar, and I'm sort of like following him, and he's behind some like nice camper van going up here. And yeah, God, imagine living in this neighborhood. The views you have. Although I can imagine during horrible winter when you get snow around here, and I bet it's a nightmare to navigate through here, because the UK is just not built for when it does get really bad. And I can imagine if you're isolated in these kind of places, it must be a nightmare to navigate and get around. A bit luckier when I'm down in the south, the climate is too warm. I don't get any snow where I am ever. You might get like an inch, but I know around here it gets quite bad. So yeah, I've caught up now. There's a nice camper van, and there's a guy riding with his sidecar just there, just ahead of me. I know I've caught up with them coming up here, but this is why it's good, the practicality and the versatility of having a 360 action camera where I'm able to capture these incredible views, because I'm so glad I had it recording, because the footage, my POV footage of all this is just literally just I'm pinned down looking at the road most of the time. You don't get to see much of the scenery around me, which is really disappointing. But yeah, that's that's how it ended up, because realised actually the way I ride, I'm watching how my stance, or how I sit on the bike, and this is my first time riding this bike, and my seating position is how I would sit when I was riding the bobber, very arched back and kind of leant forward, which you don't need to be on this. I don't know why I'm sat like this, and I'm making life much harder for myself, and my head is pointing down, so all my footage is pretty much not usable. I just didn't think it was very engaging. So thankfully I got my 360 camera, which is able to record a lot of these awesome views, and kind of gives you a sense of the ride and the roads and everything, which is great. It's a great option to have. Although I am still having issues with the audio massively, so I did bring with me my DJI mic, and I'm just finding trying to connect my DJI mic with my Insta360 cameras, it's just the quality is just not there. It's just not hitting right. It's absolutely fine if I'm standing still and I'm talking to the mic, it's absolutely fine. But if I'm recording, if I'm actually moving, it's just not, it's distorting so much. So I think what I'm going to do going forward is I'll keep using my Insta360 Ace Pro 2 for doing my actual talking to the camera vlogging stuff, because having the screen flipped to the front, it makes it easier. If you're doing it on your own, it's easier. And I'll stick to the DJI for recording stuff because I like having good audio. And I found this as I saw bikers and went, you know, I could do with a stop. And I think it's called like the Smithy Inn or something like that. This cafe had the most amazing breakfast here and had such great fun. The real characters I met in this cafe, a couple of guys who had been riding like 30-40 years, something like that, and I sat there having breakfast talking to them for about an hour, and yeah, they couldn't believe that I travelled from Surrey up here to do a lap round the peaks and then to go home. So yeah, this is kind of where I'm going to end. This is part 1, and I'm going to end part 1 here, and then part 2 will have me looking a bit broken and having a bit of a breakdown. So stay tuned, give us a like, and hopefully you enjoy it.